Tiffany Keener, and this is my week 3 presentation. So we're going to start off with Ruthie's Kitchen, offering fresh food right around the corner. My role in the healthcare administration is as a nutrition director within nutrition services. And what I have incorporated with the food trust is the Ruthie's Kitchen initiative. So it's a locally run kitchen within rural communities that offer a place for community members to go to find a place to find fresh food and in a convenient way. So to start, I researched some supermarket access, and it says a multi-state study found that 8% of African Americans live in a tract with a supermarket compared to 31% of whites. So the insecurity of having a supermarket in your nearest community is significantly decreased for African Americans. A lot of, as we learned in our text, the urban communities have a hard time with having access to fresh foods, and they have to travel long distances just to get the fresh food that we can get at our nearby local farmers market. So the manager of nutrition services has a few roles of many that I'll describe as supervises daily operations and duties of nutrition staff, acts as a liaison between clinical staff and nutrition services, interviews and hires qualified candidates. This is important because you want to make sure you have candidates who are not only in the nutrition field but empathetic to those who need fresh food and understand why they need the fresh food. Oversees product purchases and collaborates with local farmers to purchase locally grown crops and produce. This is important to Ruthie's Kitchen as it's an initiative to not only help provide fresh products to the community, but to also give back to the community by purchasing from our local farmers, which then in turn keeps their business up and running as well. Keeps kitchen and dining area up to code, as we well know that in our week 2's training or coursework that we have to make sure that our food is safe to consume and that we aren't having it suspect to the listeria or other bacteria that might cause severe health issues, as well as participates in continued education initiatives regarding nutrition. So it's important for this, as a manager of nutrition services, to stay up on the current education of nutrition services and to make sure that we're providing everything we need to the community. Okay. So to answer one of the first questions as to what are the top 3 nutrition concerns related to in this community related to our learning, and our top 3 nutrition related concerns is malnutrition, chronic diseases, and poor food access. So one of the things that we must ensure that our community is staying well nourished. We're feeding our bodies so that we can prevent chronic diseases, as well as improve the access to fresh foods. So again, Ruthie's goals for this Fresh Kitchen initiative is to collaborate with local farmers to provide fresh foods, education for staff and locals on where to obtain fresh food and how to keep their items fresh once it leaves Ruthie's Kitchen, as well as seek grants and loans for funding, because as you know, it's hard to run a small business and be able to pay for the fresh food product, as well as be able to help the farmers stay up and running with all their costs that they have. Eliminate extended commute times for local residents. As we saw in the video, many of the residents had to travel. The one lady in the video, she traveled 2 hours just to spend 1 hour in a grocery store. Myself, I'm spoiled in that aspect, as I can drive right down the road 15 minutes and I'm there, and I'm able to spend as much time as I like to in purchasing my groceries for the month or week, whatever it may be. So it's important for us to be able to offer those close by communities that don't have anything nearby that support with fresh food. Reduce malnutrition and chronic diseases from poor food supply and replenish with great food sources. So a lot of things that we take for granted are simple gardens in our backyard. If Ruthie's Kitchen could help teach those who may not have the space how to create spaces that will offer a little vegetable garden. I know in today's technology era, there's tons of things online that we can research. Pinterest is one of them that could be a great source to start with how to create a mini garden. And then Ruthie's benefits is provides nutrients to surrounding community to improve overall health. So with communities, they tend to fall into routines, and some community members might follow suit with others. So if they find it a popular space to go to Ruthie's Kitchen and eat healthy food, then maybe that'll help with decrease in chronic diseases such as obesity and diabetes and everything that our communities are struggling with. As well as offer social interaction between rural neighborhoods, providing community involvement. So again, Ruthie's Kitchen could be a place that you go down on your corner of your community and you can interact with your neighbors and enjoy the fresh ingredients that will be provided in the kitchen. Sustain local farmers' role in society throughout purchasing organic products. Again, going back to giving back to the community and helping those who are struggling, and the local farmers keeping their role important to society, as local farmers are kind of being outrun by industrial-sized farmers, and that's where the chemicals come involved, because with mass growing of products, they have to have different chemicals to help kind of jumpstart the growing process, where local farmers, if they could use non-chemical ways of growing their products, it would offer a better and more nutritious way for our community to purchase their foods. And again, the demographics of the community is just our communities that have to have the long commutes, and as this woman mentioned, sort of pictured, she's carrying bags and bags while she's toting her kids along to go to get fresh ingredients. So again, Ruthie's Kitchen provides homemade meals made with locally grown ingredients to those who cannot afford nor access it. And then here's my references. I hope this was beneficial, and everyone have a great day.